Let's be honest, inconsistency is one of the biggest reasons why we start but we never finish. In other words, consistency is one of those key things that lie between where we are right now and the change we desire to see in our lives by the end of the year. At the beginning of a project, we start off highly motivated. You set the goals, make the plans, create vision boards, but very few steps into the journey, all that motivation begins to wear off. Discouragement sets in, laziness and excuses take the front seat. And when you keep breaking the promise you made to yourself, your mind starts telling you that you are incapable of getting the job done. And that's not true. My mind played the same tricks on me last year until my eyes opened up to the real reason behind my lack of consistency in certain areas of my life. When I identified and overcame this roadblock, which by the way is often overlooked, I saw a massive change in my level of motivation and consistency. And within a short period of time, I was able to finally finish up with my website, get back to working on the transformative material that I was putting together, which is now helping many find clarity of purpose. I was able to launch my Bloom with Purpose workshop, create quizzes, get back to rescheduling my one-on-one sessions, which I had put on hold. And by God's grace, I'm already making progress towards my goals for the first quarter of the year. And mind you, this is coming from someone like me who has always had perfectionist tendencies, overthinking, overplanning, which has often led to procrastination and lack of consistency. Why am I sharing this with you? So that you can see that you have the ability to stay focused, motivated, consistent, and make your dreams a reality this year. So I couldn't end this mini series without sharing with you this roadblock to consistency and how to overcome it. And what is this roadblock? It is the lack of a sense of urgency towards your purpose and your time. Those goals you have set out to achieve this year, do you see them as something you have to do or just something you feel like doing? The change you desire to see happen in your life, is it optional? The gifts, talents, creative ideas that you have, do you see it as something that has been put in you by design, or is it just there by chance? Do you have that mindset or attitude of, well, I'm a creative person, so I might as well just create a YouTube channel. I already have kids, so I might as well just take off some time and take care of them. Oh, this one or that one is trending, so I might as well just join on the moving wagon. Have you ever wondered why you are so passionate about something and the person next to you could care less about it? Or they are going crazy about something that you have no interest in at all? Things are not just happening in your life by chance. If you believe that it's by design, then the designer had a purpose for them. And if there's a purpose for these things, then something is at stake if that purpose is not fulfilled. Do you know what's at stake if you don't rise up and be consistent as a praying parent? What's at stake if you don't bring in some order and routine in your life or home? What is at stake if you don't amplify your voice in that particular industry? If you're not consistent with your relationship goals? What's at stake for your children and their future if you're not consistent with your financial goals this year? Your health and fitness goals, your spiritual goals. What is at stake? Do you know? Someone says we overestimate the risk of action, but we underestimate the risk of inaction. You are so afraid of what will happen if you take action. Have you taken time to think about what will happen if you don't take action? If you don't see your goals as extremely important and timely, if you keep undermining the value and the purpose of your gifts and talents, you will lose your sense of urgency and the motivation to stay consistent. And I'm not talking about being in a rush, in a hurry. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm so much against this crazy rush and burnout that the world is trying to normalize. I'm talking about you approaching your dreams and your goals with the mindset that they are non-negotiable. That is not just something you're doing because you want to do it, but because you have to do it as well. I just shared with you that sometime last year I was able to stay consistent and knock off some goals. This was possible because I constantly reminded myself that Chantal, the gifts and talents, passions and desires that you have within you are not just there by chance. They are not there for fun or for your own pleasure, but for a greater purpose. I was reminded that I am on this platform to share content that will help you gain clarity, empower you to take action and fully bloom in your purpose without compromising your principles and your values, and without the crazy burnout that the world is trying to normalize. By the way, if this resonates with you, please consider being a part of this purpose-driven community by subscribing to the channel. I'll be so excited. This sense of urgency made me realize that I do not have all the time in the world to waste. I will not always have the opportunity to be here and share with the same group of people that I've been called to talk to in this season. Don't miss out on the things that you have been called to do in this season of your life. I look at my children and I'm like, they will not always be young. I will not always have the energy that I have right now. And yes, I'll always be their mom, but maybe in a different season of their life. And I'll miss out on that which I've been called to do in this season of their life if I don't have a sense of urgency about my parenting goals. Now, one of the reasons why we have lost our sense of urgency and we are not even sure what is at stake if we do not keep the promise we have made to ourselves is because we do not have a strong why. And I'm sorry, social media is to blame for a lot of our struggles with lack of clarity. Don't get me wrong, social media has served as a great platform where businesses, ministries, individuals are able to share their message, their goods, and their services. It has equally opened our eyes to see that we are all the same in different kind of ways. But on the downside, it has given us more than necessary access into people's personal lives, which has left us feeling like we are behind when we are not, feeling like we have to be moving at a certain speed or go in a certain direction that we are not even meant to go. So clarity is a lot more difficult because people are constantly following trends, try to copy what others are doing, and just not sure what is really their why. Your why should not come from pressure from friends, family, social media, or be influenced by your insecurities and competition. If you want to stay consistent this year, have your own strong reasons why you're doing things, and then create your own individualized plan. Go on your personalized journey. And above all, keep the process simple. Don't complicate things in your mind. Yes, dream big. Let your dreams scare you, but let the process, the method, the strategies to this scary dream be kept simple. Focus on the little everyday habits and you'll eventually find yourself there. When you set out on a journey, you keep the destination in mind, but you fix your eyes on the next immediate step in order to get there. I recently heard someone say bad can be improved, but you cannot improve on something that does not exist, which means that you must start and do something, and then you can always go back and fix it. Now, if you're interested in knowing which of the top 5 roadblocks to success is holding you back, I have a fun quiz that you can take to find out. The link will be in the description box below. And if this video as a whole resonated with you, please do share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next.